See? Yes.
I'm a really big fan of like Dr. Who's Torchwood and Arrow.
No.
No one would ever guess that.
I would never have guessed with your fez and everything you're a fan of Doctor Who. I thought you were a Shriner. Where's your car? Can you imagine if they had done an episode with the Doctor in one of those little cars? And his fez on. What am I doing here? Are you keeping up? Good. How do you fart? So what have I just done? All at once. There's talent. Fart in my mouth and prove it. I love prove it! I love prove it! Yes.
I was wondering if you think they will ever bring back Torchwood, and if so, what would the plotline be, and do you think they would figure out a way to bring back Yonto?
Yeah.
He's dead. Get over it. He lives in our dreams. He lives on the floor. He's dead in the ground. He's on the show no more. I have no idea if they'll bring Torchwood back. It's not up to me. I am probably one of the biggest kind of promoters and spokesperson to keep the kind of Torchwood brand alive, and I'm very vocal about it because I think that I know how popular it is with all over the U.S., worldwide, because I hear all about it, and I tend to sometimes think the BBC are very silly not to bring it back. That's my opinion. I don't know why, but you know, all you can do is email them, write to them. If you write hand letters, they have to answer every letter. I did do that once, and we got a message from the head of BBC Drama to my management going, "Can you tell John to stop telling people that because we are getting inundated." Not my fucking problem. Don't mess with me. I would love for it to come back. My producers of Arrow are big fans of Torchwood and Doctor Who, and they said, you know, if I was ever asked to go do something, they would find it in the schedule to allow me to go do it. Mark Petowitz is the head of the network, is a huge Torchwood fan, he's the head of CW. So you never know. I'd love for it to be a movie. You know, a big one-off blockbuster, or do another kind of series that's maybe 6 to 10 episodes, and do it really, really well. So who knows? Who?
Not stars.
Not stars. Okay. What? Who's speaking? Oh, okay. Well, I was just happy that they did it. Because no matter, it doesn't bother me where it's done as long as it's done. And, you know, we have to go, things have to change because, you know, I love that you shot, you still watched it though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Gotcha. But yeah, no, everyone's got the opinion, which is great, but people still watched it. And it was still keeping the brand of Torchwood alive. So who knows? If it does come back, I would love to do it, but I have no answer. If Yonta would come back, I don't know. If you want, we're doing a play, an audio play version of it, which is coming out quite soon. And, sorry? In September. Thank you very much. I don't even know the date. I just know I recorded it. And already the pre-sales have been so huge, they want to do more. And they've talked to my sister and I about writing a couple of them, which I would love to do because I'll tell you, nobody, apart from Russell and Julie and, you know, those who created Captain Jack, and, you know, I probably know him as good or better than anybody else. And my sister and I seem to have a handle, a knack of creating stuff for him. So check that out because Yonto's in that. But I don't know how we bring him back. I mean, mean, the thing with drama, you have to do things that shock people.
TARDIS.
What?
TARDIS.
TARDIS can't come into Torchwood. Because it's too different. This is the political aspect of it. In the UK, Doctor Who is a family show. And the TARDIS comes into Torchwood, which is a little more adult. You're bringing kids into an area they shouldn't be in. That's their theory. You know what? It's not like they don't know anything. They talk about it on the playground. What? Could they drop them off the nose? Just stand at the door. Don't say anything. Bye. You have to do things to shake things up, and people were very upset about it, and I get it, we all were upset, but the fact of the matter is, if drama stays the same, it's not a drama, it becomes boring, so you have to change it, turn things up a notch, but yeah, who knows, that was just all over the place, but thank you. I love it, that the kid in the middle, that's what I love about kids, just crawling across the floor, because he can. I wish I was you right now. Crawling on the, there he goes. Just let him go. Don't worry, Mom, don't worry about him. He's fine. Everybody here is going to look after him. Let him crawl under the seat. He wants to talk to me. Well, tell him to come here. A 5-year-old? Come here. Come here. Don't trip. That is the most awesome cosplay I have seen. Turn around and show everybody. Come over here. Do a muscle man pose. Where'd he go? Yeah. Come here. See, don't trip. What do you want to say?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Doctor.
Doctor Who? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wait, everybody. Thank you. See you later. You better go pee. Bye. I know you get pee. Go ahead.
It was such a cute moment, and now I'm going to bring up the subject back to vagina town.
That's all right.
Last year,
we all came out of one, so what's the big deal? Some of you try to get back in, others of us don't want to go there again.
Well, this pertains to one particular vagina. Eve, last year, Eve brought down the house when she shared with us the story of how during her filming, when she had very detailed secrets of her pregnancy.
Oh yeah, I cut off the new-new.
Yeah, and used it as a
soap dish.
So
yeah.
I thought it only fair to get your side. How did you plan that?
I didn't plan it at all. Are you kidding? How can you plan something like that? Your co-star walks up to you with a pregnant prosthetic piece and goes, "Isn't it amazing?" And I go, "Yeah, it's amazing." And she goes, "Look." And she pulls it down. They've given her a prosthetic vagina like she doesn't have one. A prosthetic one. And I'm like, "Oh my God, really?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Come here. Get the scissors out." So I cut it off. I cut it off, and then I took it into my trailer, and I put it down next to the sink, and I put a soap in it, like that. It stood up perfectly. And I took a picture, and I said, "Eve, come and said, come here, come here. I said, your vagina is now my soap dish. You got good grip. Show me a vagina with good grip. Do it again. Go.
And you're your side of it.
Yeah, but that's really, truly, that's the kind of stuff that happened to us all the time. The other one was where she was sitting in the makeup chair, and you know when we have like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock calls, it's horrible. You know anytime you have to get up at 4 o'clock to sit in a makeup chair to have somebody paint your face on and make you look good, you're like, oh, give me coffee. So I used to try to pep everybody up, right? Keep everybody happy. Eve would be in the chair. She always had to come in earlier. All the girls always came in earlier because it takes longer for ladies to get ready because they got rollers in their hair and lip liner and I don't know what else they have to do, you know? But they had to pluck and all this stuff. So she's sitting probably in a half an hour before us, and she looks pretty miserable, but she's got these rollers in her hair. So I didn't say anything, and I came up, took my trousers down, and I just put my thing right through her roller. And it was right, honest to God. And it was, she's talking to me, didn't realize I had done it. And then she goes, oh Jesus. I'm like, it's the best Madonna mic you've ever had. She's like, I'm not going to turn my face and look at it. I'm like, no, because if you do, you'll get a tit shock. But sing into it, would you? So we used to do stuff like that all the time. I kid you not. I'm not showing you, but when Eve rings me, the picture that comes up is her going with the roller with my penis sitting through it. And let me tell you, it was a big roller. Thank you. Yes.
First, I just want to say thanks for being here. My first convention was North Carolina Comic Con.
Sorry, it's all about me right now.
My first convention was North Carolina Comic Con back in November, and that's the first time I saw you, and I got really spoiled by that experience, and you've just been so great. So thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
My question is about how you switch between your creative outlets. You act, you sing, I've seen some of your sketches, I know you write, so is it weird to just kind of pour out and you just see what happens?
I don't really think about it, that's what I think.
I know that's kind of a lame question.
No, it's not a lame question at all, because it's like when I met Stephen Sondheim and I worked with him and, you know, I got to sit down with him and I worked with him a few times and I talked to him, I was the same way, I'm like, so what is it, and I've had all these questions, because in school, you know, Stephen Sondheim is like the musical theater, genius God, the musical theater that we all, you know, when we're in college, you all look up and you're like, oh my God, it's going to be so intellectual, it's going to be so blah, blah, blah. You sit down with them, you ask him a question, he's like, you say, why did you write it this way? He says, because just did. It's not as thought out, you know, as you would probably think that it is. And it's the same with me. I'm not saying that I'm Stephen Sondheim, but I don't think about it a lot. And most of the people who work with me know that I go do things on a day-to-day basis. Like, for instance, all I was worried about today is doing this, all, you know, this kind of thing, all day. I don't think about anything else, and then tomorrow I'll worry about that at that time. I know that when I travel back on Sunday night, I have to learn dialogue, because I film all day Monday morning. So I do all that kind of stuff. That's how this process, jumping from books to musical theater to recording, again, it's what I'm doing at the time. I don't put pressure on myself to worry about it or to think, okay, I got to turn on the right, because I might have an idea tonight that I go back and I'll jot it down or I'll put it in the phone and I'll send it off to my sister, and then she'll implement it in the stuff that we're working on at the moment. It's like being it's going to sound really bizarre, it's like being a plumber. Seriously, when a plumber goes to plumb a sink, he knows exactly what he's going to do. When he's going to fix a toilet, he knows exactly what he's going to do. It's exactly the same. When I'm going to do one of those other things, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I know what tools to take, I know how to approach it, and I know how to do it the best that I possibly can and finish the job. It's exactly the same. Everything that we do work-wise, although it may not look it on this level, it's very, very similar. We approach things the very same way. It's just some other people in my position are a bit more pretentious and up their own arses about it. My motivation and my feeling that I had to be when I Dustin Hoffman, when he was doing what's the one? Marathon Man, and he was with Laurence Olivier, and I think you probably know this story. Dustin Hoffman running all night, stayed up all night, got himself into such a state he had to come in and do this scene. And he walked in, and Laurence Olivier said, "My dear boy, what's the matter?" And he said, "I've been up all night preparing and getting into the character and motivation." And Laurence Olivier went, "My dear boy, haven't you ever heard of that